I normally watch ESPN for the most part, and I start seeing a young Indian guy, and I'm like, who is this dude? Like, where does this come from? He come on, everybody call him Shams. They said, okay, Shams Sharani is an ESPN senior NBA insider, having joined in October 2024 to replace Adrian Wojnarowski. I was like, whoa, hold on. Since when did Woj was replaced? Woj was replaced, y'all. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. So when I had to go do my research, for sure, Woj stepped down. It says Agent Wojnarowski was not fired. He announced his retirement from ESPN and the sports journalist industry in September 2024 to become the general manager for St. Bonavard men's basketball team. Adrian cited burnout and desire for better lifestyle, later revealing that in March 2024, a cancer diagnosis. Get well soon with that too, Adrian. Diagnosis brought his clarity to decision to leave 24/7 news cycle. I said, okay, now that makes sense. They handed Shams Adrian's job, right? So now it makes sense. No, but they say Adrian Wojnarowski was known for the premiere, the Scoop King. He broke it. All the little scoop, the breaking news, Woj and all that, it came from Wojnarowski. The Scoop King for breaking NBA trades, injuries, transaction news, all of that. He brings over 3 million social media followers to the network. Previously worked at the Athletic Stadium and FanDuel TV. But they handed that position down to Shams Sharani. So I said, okay, this makes sense. This makes sense now. This is a political Disney hire. Now, granted, he probably got his credentials, was going to school and whatnot, but as I can remember, Marcellus Wiley was doing some of the same kind of work that Woj did. He had insiders, people that played in the sports, in the industry, in the office, and he used to break certain stories, and they didn't like that, and they kind of got him away, and they wanted that to just to be Woj's thing. But several high-profile ESPN anchors have left or been fired in the recent years, notably Sage Steele. I've been wondering where she was at. Departed in August 2023 after settling a lawsuit over controversial comments. And Shannon Sharp, we all know what happened with him. Shout out Unc, shout out Nightcap. What up, Ocho? Um, who else? Max McGee, fired February 2024 after a complaint. And then when I looked and did the research with that, they said some women made a complaint. I guess he made a comment, whether on or off air, they didn't like it, and they got him up out of there. If you ask me, you know what? I'm not gonna make that accusation. And he had also had past issues with Jamel Hill, suspended in 2017, and Max Brentos, suspended in 2012 for social media comments reflecting ongoing shifts and controversy at the network. So okay, they forgot Rachel Nichols. It's happened, right? This happens. But for some reason, I just knew something wasn't right about Shams. Now, I'm not saying he's a bad guy. Now it makes sense when you dive into the context of the situation, why he's there. Because there's plenty of people, like I said, put Marcellus Wiley up there. There's plenty of people that's godfathered into the industry that could do that position right there and be the scoop king. Now all of a sudden we gotta see Shams. I said, okay, I see what this is. Disney owns ESPN, make no mistake about it. So this right here, sometimes visually, what they want to give you, sometimes it be political, if you know what I mean. It be political, man, because I'm like, for him to get that position out of everybody, it says a lot. Especially it's inclusive. We get it. It's Shams. He's a young American Indian. Like he's born in America, but Indian roots, right? So I just thought that was very familiar. I had to bring this, context to people, whether it means something to you or not. To me, it did because it visually it made sense. So it must be nice to get grandfathered in your position, with the whole scoop and the spill. Woj was a scoop king. Now you're the scoop king. It ain't like you came up with that unless they handed it to Woj. But as I can remember, for so long he was that guy, right? But congratulations to Shams Sharani in the position that you're doing. You're all over TV. You know, get rid of Malika Andrews, please. But y'all hop in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this one, man. Am I tripping? Am I going too far? Have you noticed this too? That all of a sudden, it's been a few years. It's been gradual, but at first I was like, oh, what's going on with this? I knew I couldn't be the only one. Y'all hop in the comment section. Let me know.